Do you ever feel adrift in the currents of life? As though you are simply reacting to a ceaseless flow of demands, messages, and obligations? This experience can be stressful and overwhelming, leaving one feeling powerless, merely struggling to stay afloat. What if the key to regaining your inner compass was not a modern trend, but a set of timeless classical principles that have guided humanity's greatest thinkers for millennia? Today, we will explore 7 principles from the Stoic school of philosophy that can restore your sense of direction. These are not merely historical ideas. They are practical tools for transforming the chaos of modern life into clarity, purpose, and a profound inner serenity. First is the very foundation of Stoic practice, the dichotomy of control. This is a simple but deeply transformative idea. In any given situation, certain things fall within our power to change and others do not. A great deal of our anxiety and frustration arises from confusing these two categories. We become angered by traffic, distressed by the weather, or consumed by the opinions of others, all things that lie outside our direct influence. The Roman emperor and philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The Stoic practice is to direct all of our energy toward what we can control: our own thoughts, our judgments, and our actions. You cannot control the traffic jam, but you can control your response to it. You can choose to use the time for reflection, listen to something edifying, or simply practice the virtue of patience. This is not a passive stance, but a strategic application of our will. When we cease to fight unwinnable battles, we liberate our energy to focus on what is truly essential, the cultivation of our own character. This single shift is the key to building an unbreachable inner fortress. The second principle may at first seem somber, but it is one of the most powerful methods for cultivating resilience. It is called Premeditatio Malorum, or the premeditation of future adversity. The Stoics would actively visualize circumstances of hardship, imagining the loss of their position, reputation, or even their loved ones. The purpose of this is not to dwell on negativity, but to be a prepared realist. This exercise accomplishes 2 remarkable things. First, it serves as an inoculation against shock. If you have already contemplated a worst-case scenario, you will remain far calmer and more rational should a similar event occur. Rehearsal fosters composure. Second, and perhaps more importantly, it cultivates a profound gratitude for what you possess in the present moment. When you mentally rehearse loss, you appreciate what you have with greater depth today. When you imagine life without those you love, you treat them with more kindness and presence. The philosopher Seneca advised that we should view all our blessings as being on loan from fortune, subject to recall at any moment. This practice does not make you morbid. It awakens you to the fragile beauty of your own life. The third principle offers a radical reframing of life's difficulties. It is a core Stoic concept, often expressed with the modern phrase, "the obstacle is the way." Where most people see a barrier or a failure, the philosopher sees an opportunity for growth. This is more than simple positive thinking. It is a strategic mindset for the exercise of virtue. A difficult colleague is not merely an annoyance, they are an opportunity to practice patience, empathy, and effective communication. A failed project is not just a loss, it is a masterclass in what must be improved. Fear is not just an emotion to be avoided, it is a call to exercise courage. Marcus Aurelius expressed this best: "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." He understood that every obstacle contains the very material for our own development. It is like a fire that does not simply burn around an obstacle, but consumes it and burns brighter because of it. Adversity is not something to be merely endured. It is the training ground upon which we can become stronger, wiser, and more virtuous. With this perspective, one does not simply survive chaos, one is elevated by it. The fourth principle is another that sounds grim, but is, in fact, incredibly clarifying. Memento Mori. It translates to, remember you must die. For the Stoics, this was not a cause for fear, but the very key to living a life of meaning and purpose. This reflection is meant to awaken us. The awareness of our mortality cuts through the trivial concerns that so often clutter our days. It compels us to ask the important questions. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." When you truly internalize that your time is finite, your priorities align with your deepest values. Is this argument truly worth your precious time? Are you dedicating your hours to the people and pursuits that you genuinely care about? This is not a license for recklessness. It is the opposite. It is a call to be fully present and intentional. It is about engaging in meaningful work, nurturing our relationships, and not postponing our real life for a future that is never guaranteed. Meditating on our mortality is the ultimate antidote to a wasted life. The fifth principle is perhaps the most transformative of all. Amor Fati, a love of one's fate. This extends far beyond mere acceptance of what happens. It means to embrace it, to welcome it as if you had chosen it yourself. It means seeing everything, the good, the bad, and the challenging, as a necessary and integral part of your journey. You cease to view life as a series of events happening to you, and begin to see them as happening for your development. With Amor Fati, a lost job becomes, this is the impetus I needed to seek a vocation I truly love. A painful separation becomes, this experience is teaching me something essential about my own nature. This does not imply passivity. The Stoics were people of action. It means that once an event has occurred and is outside your control, you do not waste a single moment on bitterness or wishing for a different reality. You embrace what is, and you find the opportunity for virtue within it. You love your fate because it is your life. The sixth principle is about the construction of your own inviolable fortress, the Inner Citadel. The Stoics understood that the external world is fundamentally unpredictable, so true strength must be cultivated within. As Marcus Aurelius noted, one can retreat into yourself whenever you please, for nowhere can one retreat into greater peace or freedom from care than within one's own soul. Your inner citadel is your mind, fortified by your principles and your philosophy. But this fortress does not build itself. You construct it through the daily practice of reflection. This is why philosophers like Seneca concluded each day by reviewing his actions. He would ask himself, which of my actions today were virtuous? Where could I improve? Was I guided by my values or by my impulses? This is not an exercise in self-recrimination, but of self-awareness and continuous improvement. It is a quiet moment to check in, recalibrate, and strengthen your inner citadel, one principle at a time. In doing so, you build a source of profound peace, regardless of the storms raging outside. The final secret zooms us out from the individual to see the bigger picture. It is the idea of Sympatheia, the understanding that we are all interconnected parts of a single living whole. The Stoics viewed the universe as a single organism, and each one of us as a limb of that greater body. This perspective fundamentally changes our relationship with others. When someone acts out of ignorance or anger, our first reaction is not personal offense. It is a form of empathy, a recognition that they are disconnected from reason and the human community. As Marcus Aurelius wisely put it, What is not good for the hive cannot be good for the bee. Living with this sense of sympatheia encourages us to act for the common good, to be more tolerant, and to see ourselves not as isolated individuals, but as members of a global family. It reminds us that while we build our own inner strength, that strength finds its highest expression in service to the whole of humanity. There we have them, 7 timeless principles that are more relevant today than ever. Focus on what you control. Rehearse for hardship to cultivate resilience. See every obstacle as an opportunity for virtue. Remember your mortality to live with purpose. Love your fate. Build your inner fortress through reflection. And remember that we are all part of a shared humanity. These are not quick fixes. They form a daily practice for a life of meaning. They can fundamentally change your relationship with the world, transforming you from a passenger tossed by the waves of circumstance into the calm, steady captain of your own soul. Which of these principles resonates most deeply with you? Please share your reflections in the comments below. If you are interested in exploring this practical wisdom further, New Acropolis is a school of philosophy in the classical tradition. It is a non-profit organization with numerous centers across the United States and around the world, dedicated to bringing philosophy to life. To learn more and find a location near you, consider visiting their website. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more explorations into timeless wisdom.